In this video, we are going to show you how to remove and insert the detachable tow bar from your Land Rover Defender. Big fan of the detachable tow bar, but it beat me. So when you get it out of the bag, I've put it in the vise just to make this demo easier. So I'm just going to demo what works so you understand. Because if you understand, everything else makes sense. So it comes with this little protective cap, and you can't get the cap on. It comes with a key or two keys if you're lucky, and it does this. Now, when you turn this, you can see these little balls at the top. Can you zoom in on those little balls? You see them moving in and out there. See those ones there? But you turn it, but it's not enough to get this cap off. And I was like, ah. But then what you do is you put the key in. The key sort of goes in counterintuitively. It goes in one way, right? And then you're supposed to turn the key clockwise. But it still doesn't do it. I still can't get it off. But what the key allows you to do is it allows you to move this out. You see, you can move it out. When it's locked, can't move it out. So here we go. I've got the key sorted now. Hold on. I had the key sorted. Here we go. Right. Turn the key clockwise. Move it out. Then turn it. And it turns and turns and turns and turns. And it actually stops. Okay. And then you can remove this off. Now, there's this little other plunger on this side. And what happens is when you get it fully, and that's spring loaded, and you'll see when we insert it into the car in a minute, it's going to go down and it's going to fit in. And what's going to happen is that is going to come and that is going to fire in. So that's the way the whole mechanism works. You push it in far enough till it hits that pin. So, right, let's now get it loaded then. So, turn that clockwise, pull that, turn that anti-clockwise till that pin fires out. And that is now like a loaded bullet. And hopefully now, you have to keep this safe because you have to put that back on there at the end. So we'll put that in our little, you should have a little hand. Right, you next need to get down on the floor. Now I haven't got my bumper on, and it actually makes it a bit easier for you to see what's happening. So this is the detachable tow bar, but you'll see you can't get it in. Now there's this plastic insert underneath. Do you reckon you got that on the screen, Alicia? Now,
maybe.
Don't try and get it on the middle web. It's really hard. Try and get it on these two outer bits, okay? And then pull it down. So let's have a look. So don't try and grab it on this bit here because there's just no grip. Grab it on these two outer edges and pull this down. Now, you'll notice it can go that way round or that way round, but these triangles have got to go into, can you see that little triangle on the side there? I've got my finger, Alicia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that goes in there and it clips in. It's got two little jaws at the top there and they clip in. So you have to remove that, but keep that safe. And Land Rover don't sell these. I might have to 3D print spares because I bet everyone's... And if you get a load of dirt up in there, you're not going to be able to get your tow ball in again. So, right. Okay, so here's our fully loaded... So you can see it's out here, it's all fully loaded. This pin is fired out here. These pins are fired in. Now I'm hoping, now can you notice this triangle bit here as well? So these triangle bits should fully locate into these bits on the side here. Okay, so let's have a go, shall we? I've never done this before. I'll make it up as I go along. Right, so I guess I'll line it up and I guess I'm going to give it a little shabung up. Let's go. Right, and did you hear that fire in? So now what has it done here? So right, so this is fired in now. There's no gap at the front, and then we should better take the key out. Now you see you can turn it, but barely at all. But you can't pull it out. So to get it off, let's do the whole thing. You're gonna have to fiddle with your key. Don't lose your key. All right, turn it clockwise. Then we're gonna have to pull it out. Rotate it. Oh gosh, it falls straight out. Watch that. Blimey. I don't know quite what I was thinking, but I was hoping it was gonna. So yeah, that came out quick enough, didn't it? And then you got to put your cover back on. Whoosh, I'll be denting my floor, not that cover. And then you got to put this cover back on. So I think is that gonna? No, that won't go over. So you're gonna have to pull it up. Oh, you need start patting your hand and right. Okay, but that's now loose. Okay, so what you got to, because I've got to fire out that pin now. Now if I take my key out, so yeah, you're gonna have to ram this on. You're gonna have to get this, and you're gonna have to, and it's gonna go. I'm gonna compress that pin, so I'm gonna have to ram it on. That compresses the pin, takes that out. We can take the key and do that. So yeah, but that won't come off now, and then you can put that back in your bag with your gloves. And remember, and your key, probably put that in there. Oh, it did have this bit, but it broke. Look at it. I think it's supposed to have that little cover, but that broke. Right. So put that all back in there, and then fire that back up into your orifice there. Now, and this, I think it comes with this strap, because I guess this is pretty heavy, and in a crash it could become a bit of a weapon in your car, so you probably should lash that down somewhere in your car. Happy towing, hope that helps. A little footnote, I've shown you how to take your tow bar in and out, your removable tow bar, detachable tow bar, but don't fall into the same trap as me. I've got it all fitted, I've put my back bumper on now, and I was like, bloody Land Rover, how am I supposed to get a plug in here? Look, I thought you absolute muppets, but look, check this out, cool feature. There, so, when you've worked out how to get your removable tow hitch in and out, don't forget this little thing here pulls up and pulls down. And obviously you need the different cutout in your, which you'll probably have if you've got one, but in your tow cover. There you go, good luck with all of that.